Hi everybody, my name's Madeline, but you can call me Mad, and I have a Mondo Lama Create Your Own Neon Sunprint Kit. And it's for ages 6 and up, which means I'm totally allowed to do it, so I thought we could do it together. I'm just gonna get into it. Ooh, not what I was expecting. Oh, okay, hold on, instructions. Okay, we have instructions, some plastic sheets with prints. I cannot get this open. All right, here's what I think we're gonna do. We have these 3 sheets, so maybe we'll use some of them for a couple, but I have some ideas. But like, wouldn't that be pretty? Not much better than that. I guess we'll find out. Okay, wait, I have to open this first. This paper. Okay. Ooh, I want to know what it looks like. I hope it's fun colors. Oh. It's probably wrapped in black paper so that it doesn't see the sun until I'm ready. So maybe we should formulate a plan and then do that step. All right, let's do that. All right, I'm back. I managed to find quite a few different varieties of flowerlets in my garden. I didn't want to cut too much because the bees were really enjoying themselves today, especially with these, I don't know, they're little wildflowers that sort of sprouted in the middle of my garden and are now beautiful weeds that the bees love, and I don't have the heart to get rid of them, even though they have kind of taken over. But I also have some sun-dried already lilies that are just past their bloom, and some hydrangea bushes, nice pretty white ones. And then I found some clover, this little clover, its petals already wilting from being inside. Some spent sage stems that I just thought were pretty neat and might make a good pattern. And then bee balm, which is one of my favorite flowers. This is what it looks like in its prime. So I don't know if that's in focus, but it's so pretty and I love it. So we'll see what kind of shadows we can make with these flowers and leaves and things, and then take some of these and add them. So let's get started. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do a horizontal first. I'm so disorganized. Why did I decide to do this? To have accountability, to make myself do this. FYI, it's to make myself do something, because I keep telling myself to do things that I want to do and I just don't. So I thought we could do it together, honestly. I thought you could keep me accountable. So that's what we're doing today. Okay, I'm too excited to actually start anything. Maybe I should pause the camera while I try and figure this out, but what? Ooh, okay. All right. Oh yeah, I want the contrast between this stylized flower okay, yeah, I want the contrast between the stylized flower and my real flowers. Oh, and maybe this could be a vase. Yeah, maybe that could be a vase of real flowers. Or a vase of indoor flowers, and the butterfly is going to be choosing. That, I like that. Okay, hold on, let's do that one. Let's just start with these little ones. How are we doing this? I don't know. It's all a guess. I don't really know how I'm going to do this. This shouldn't be this difficult. Does it matter which plastic goes on top? This looks like the frosted one goes on top, right? I mean, that makes no sense, but that's what it looks like. I guess I will try it both ways. We'll do it this way for now, but I do need that sun paper. Yay! You get to open this. Satisfying. Ooh, look at those colors. Okay, hold on. This is the part I'm bad at, opening things. Okay. Ooh. Oh my God, stop it. It's so bright and vibrant. Hold on. Pink. Yeah, wait. The backside of the pink is purple. Can you see that? The backside of the pink is purple. Well, let me do it this way. Backside of the yellow is green. Backside of the green is green. Backside of the pink is grayish blue. Purple is navy. And blue is a teal. Okay, I'm a sucker for this color. Can you tell? So we're gonna be using it. Okay. I got a piece of paper. Sunprint paper, frosted side up. Is this the frosted side? It must be. Oh man, these have two different sides. This doesn't matter. I'm gonna put it this way. I'm gonna put it this way. Where's my butterfly? Butterfly. Okay, and now we're gonna put some of my flowers in it. I guess let's just make this one simple because we don't actually know if this is gonna work. So, hold on. Put the flattest version of my flowers. I don't even like these things now. Wait, they can go there. Like there-ish. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay, I think I like this composition. We're gonna do this, which seems crazy. And here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to tape it, I guess. Yeah. Hold on, I have clear tape somewhere. I love that sound. I wonder what the tape is going to do to this sun paper. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I don't know if that's gonna work. We're just gonna go. We're gonna call this ready. Let's do it. Oh. Portable. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but things kind of moved and it started working immediately. So I was like scrambling to get it back into place, but whatever. The composition's kind of skewed, but we will just set a timer and come back and fingers crossed. Okay, while we are waiting, because I have no patience, which means I cannot wait for 10 minutes without doing something, thought we would just kind of set up the next one. Really, really, really love that I don't have to cut these things out. That was, whoever thought of that was just, mwah, chef's kiss. Thank you. Appreciate you as a human. What was I doing? Shapes. I'm just gonna take out all of them. Why not? Is this the worst ASMR you've ever heard? Yay, we're done. All right, so that's these 3 stencil thingies. Oh, these would be interesting as stencils. Getting sidetracked. So, okay, let's do wibbly lines. That's what I'm feeling. So wibbly, wibbly, wibbly. I like this leaf. This leaf is pretty wibbly. Fleurs. I don't know what this is, but it reminds me of The Big Orange Spot. I don't know if you guys ever read that child's book, but it was about a neighborhood where all the houses look the same. And then one day a bird drops a can of orange paint on the roof of some person. And he decides he likes it and he keeps it. And the whole neighborhood goes crazy because people hate change. But it turns out he just really likes the big orange spot on the roof of his house. And the best part about the story is that by the end, all of the houses have crazy different colors and things because people actually like what they like, and who cares? And I love that book. So, highly recommend. I've completely lost track of what I was doing. I'm just flipping these over. Wibbly. This is why I needed you. Moral support. I don't know. Maybe these aren't inspiring me as much as I was hoping they would. Alright. I just came down here to check the timer went off. You can't see the mistake that I made at the beginning, so maybe the sun washed it out. So I'm hoping that this is actually going to turn out really well. Okay, as you can see, I managed to get it back inside, all in one piece. Now I gotta take it apart. Okay. I don't know that this tape helped. I think it might have just made it worse when I was trying to fix it after it scooted around. So I don't think I'll be using the tape next time. Doesn't look any different, but ooh, oh, that's actually really cool. That's actually really cool. Okay, clearly the black silhouette did better than the flowers, but I actually really, really, really love the flowers. I'm not gonna lie. I love it just as is, but it's sandpaper, so it's gonna keep changing unless we, I don't know, fix it. I guess that's what the water does. Okay, so we can't just sit it in it. We've got to sort of rinse it off. Okay, here goes nothing. Well, as most paper does, it floats. It's a witch. Okay. Oh my God. That's so vibrant. I'm so glad I chose this color. Okay, you can see the water is sort of tinted a little blue or a little green. And I've accidentally punctured a place where I was futzing with it too much. So be gentle. But I think it's done. I love this. This right here. I think that's why I was having such a hard time with these things, figuring out what to do with them, because they were just too sharp. The edges were just too clean, and it was too simplistic. I really like mess, so I'm going to be doing more of this. Okay, let's pick another color. This is going to dry. All right, let's make another one. What color shall we pick this time? Hot pink? Yeah, for sure. Especially because it's actually purple. Haha. Okay, this is gonna look super pretty. I have a feeling. I really want to try this one. But I don't want to squish it. So maybe that will have to be, well, no, let's squish it. Let's just squish. I'm gonna try these again because I loved how they turned out. We're gonna make sort of just an overall garden scene. I wonder if we could use some of these for accent pieces. No, okay, hold on. How am I doing this? I want this to be the focal point, but this is sort of getting in the way of that. But okay, that's better. A little this more centered with its leaves. These are too big, I guess. I guess I will do this. I gotta make it a little easier to work with. So let's have these coming down. More of these. Sorry, I'm not talking very much. I'm clearly very focused on composition, but I actually think I'm happy with that. We're gonna squish it. Oh, okay. The actual challenge will be trying to get this outside without absolutely destroying it. Let's get these bending the right way. So hold on, let's go this way with this way with the paper so that we actually flatten the right way on these guys. There we go. Ooh, okay, and then squish, 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 squish. I'm gonna take this outside. Wish me luck. I'm not sure if this one worked as well. You can see it's kind of, oh, well, maybe. Oh. Let's see what happened. All right, a bit messier with the big blobbies, but this, I think this is the key. These like spindly little, oh, okay, I love these. All right, well, let's put it in water and see if it changes at all. Oh, that does make it brighter immediately. Okay, I take it all back. I love this. You can see the, I don't know if you can see, but the edges are darker. That's what I was hoping with different leaves, because the leaves are sort of like thinner than the flower would be, and they're trying to capture sunlight. So I was hoping that they would be lighter, and they are. That's cool. Okay, so see this sort of like, well, first of all, whoa, look at all that color coming off. I actually really like how this is lighter than that. I don't like how this disappeared though. Where'd it go? Did anyone else see that? I feel like it completely changed. I guess that's par for the course, but I just wasn't expecting it. I guess I do kind of like how these are changing. And that's still running pink. So we still got a ways to go. Catch you on the flip side. Also, every time I do this, I am scaring a spider on my windowsill that apparently decided to create a web last night because it needed to shed its skin. I will definitely get you a picture of that, but he's just staring at me, and every time I do this, he gets angry. I need to take him outside, but I'm in the middle of something. It's called art, my man. It's called art. Clearly, I'm going crazy. This is growing on me. Good morning, everybody. It's a new day, and I have our dried attempts at making art. Okay. This is the first one we made. No. This is the first one we made. Editor, edit that out, please. And you can see my little rip where when the paper was too wet. And it's still pretty. It's just a little plain Jane, and the paper is really crinkly. I mean, I guess that's going to happen because it's water. This is the back side of it. You've got some sort of tearing going through. I'm not sure from what. And then you have these like white fuzzy effects, which are kind of cool. I'm not knocking it. It's just I don't know what they are from. I don't know where they came from because they weren't there originally when we made our design. But I still think this is a success for the first time. This, do you remember what it looked like? Maybe I'll put a photo of what it looked like in comparison, but this is so much brighter than it was to begin with. I mean, it just got brighter and brighter and brighter, and I was worried that I had actually overexposed everything. This was down for 10 minutes in the sun on a day when we had a air quality advisory of orange, meaning that there was so much pollution in the air that it was hazy and really bad for people with like asthma to even be outside. This I didn't know. Thank goodness I did it on a day like that, because look how crazy well it worked. This was 10 minutes, so I was worried that we were overexposing it, and so I tried it with the green paper. This is 6 minutes or 5 minutes, and you can see it barely did anything. I don't even know if you can see these. This is supposed to be right there. Right there. You can see the little yellow flowers that I love so much. And actually, this is a lot brighter than it was yesterday when it was wet. But even so, most of it is really dim. And it still has that like fuzzy effect where it's like some of the stuff that was exposed is like peeling off. So like this top part is darker. The edges are darker than the middle. So we lost some contrast there, and I just don't know. I don't know what we did to cause it, or if it's just an inevitability because you have to get it wet afterwards. But this will be a good like tester piece to see what we can do with it. But I did make some others off camera yesterday just to see what we could accomplish. I used some of the other colors. I think this is probably my favorite. This blue and peach combination. It turned out so pretty. I'm in love with it. This is what I had in mind when I was trying to do all those like crazy shapes where you can see what the shape was, but it's sort of like this ethereal, ghostly image. Like you're looking through the flowers blowing in the breeze. That was my goal with this one. And I think I nailed it. I think this one I'm too scared to touch. I'm scared to do anything with. This one, this is another one I made. I'm equally as proud of because it was a simplistic composition, but I did things with it, like these little petals. I should say also that I really significantly altered my flowers. So like I took off a bunch of things that were causing shadows that I couldn't control because the sun also wasn't at high noon. It doesn't say anything about that, but when the sun is not in the right position, it's casting shadows, and I don't know what the shadows are doing, but I do know that overlapping these things was causing a lot of, like, before, without taking the stuff away, and after. I don't know. It just sort of cleans it up so you can tell what it is. This, to me, looks like it has, like, goofy ears. Maybe that's just me. But so I just, picked away at some of these petals. I picked away at some of the leaves, just like so that it was a clear pattern and not trying to get so fancy. I found this one afterwards, and I really wish I had used it because look at it. It's see-through. And I'm really curious what we get. I might do a couple more, but I think for now, these... I can't fit all 4 of them on screen, but I can try. These are what we created together, and I don't hate them. They're not quite art, but they're on their way. I definitely think we can do something with this. And honestly, this one I would hang up on its own in a frame. But that's probably to do more with the color combination and the fact that it has the best contrast out of all of them, and less to do with the actual composition. Because I think my favorite composition is this one. It's just too simplistic, and this one was too thick in places, so you can't really tell what's going on. And I want leaves to work. I just don't know how to make them less severe in comparison to all the other like dainty, flowy things I want to do, like this. Doesn't this look like some sort of like, I don't know, firefly or something? It's just the way it looks like it's glowing. I'm talking too much. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for sitting down and doing this with me. I felt a little less alone, so thanks for coming along with me. It was nice to have someone to talk to. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.